We have a worded problem here, which is find the volume of the largest right circular cylinder that can be inscribed in a right circular cone having a radius of 4 inches and a height of 8 inches. So in this worded problem, the figure looks like this. The inside is the cylinder and the triangle is the cone. So it's stated that the radius of the cone is 4 inches and the height of the cone is 8 inches. So we're going to use the the formula of volumes is equal to base times height, since we are asked to find the largest volume for the right circular cylinder. So we're going to need to maximize it. So for this, I'm going to use the variables x, y, h, and r. X stands for radius of the cylinder, y stands for the height of the cylinder, h stands for the height of the cone, and r stands for the radius of the cone. So for this one, since the formula is of volume is base times height, so the base of the right circular cylinder is pi x squared. Why I use x is because x is the radius of the cylinder, not r. So pi x squared, since the original is pi r squared, but I just substitute r with x to make it simple. And for the height, since we know that the height of the cone is 8 and minus the height of the cylinder, so that makes the total height. So should be height minus the height of the cylinder, and y is the height of the cylinder, so h minus y. Since in a math function there should only be one variable, so we're going to need to relate y to x. How? So we have this. So we're going to relate the height of the cylinder over the radius of the cylinder equivalent to the height of the cone over the radius of the cone. So since we are given that the height of the cone is 8 and the radius of the cone is 4, so substitute 8 over 4, so you're going to get 2. So y over x equals 2. Then multiply both sides by x, canceling out x in y over x, so you'll be left with y, and then multiply x to 2, so y is equal to 2. So your y now is 2x, so you're just gonna substitute y with 2x. Since we know that h is 8, so we're just gonna substitute 8. And after, we're going to distribute the pi x squared to 8 minus 2x, so it's gonna be 8 pi x squared minus 2 pi x cubed. And after that, we have now the function, so we're going to need to derive this equation. So v prime is equivalent to 6 pi x minus 6 pi x squared. So in order to get the x, we're going to need to equate it to 0. And after equating it to 0, we get two answers. So how do we know which of these are the answers? So we're just gonna use common knowledge if we're going to use 0. So it won't be really that understandable, since if it's 0, it won't form anything. So we're going to use the 8 over 3. So since 8 over 3 is much more reasonable, so I'm going to use 8 over 3 and substitute it to the original equation, which is v is equal to pi x squared times 8 minus 2x. And after substituting, you'll be able to get the volume, which is 59.57 inches cubed.